Have you ever watched an anime character and thought, yeah, this one shouldn't be allowed near sharp objects, small children, or literally anyone? Well, buckle in, because today we're diving headfirst into the psych ward of anime. No plot armor, no therapy sessions, just pure, unfiltered, brain-melting chaos. These are the characters who don't just break the rules of society, they turn them into paper cranes, set them on fire, and feed them to their imaginary pet snake named Carl. These are the ones that make villains look like motivational speakers. From bloodthirsty clowns to yandere nightmares, we're counting down the top 10 most unhinged anime characters who shouldn't be allowed in public, or possibly even on Earth. These aren't your average edgelords. These are the folks who make the Joker say, yo bro, chill. So get your emotional support plushies ready, lock your doors, and for the love of all things wholesome, do not simp for anyone on this list. Nawa. Let's get into the madness. Starting the list with number 10, Hisoka Moro from Hunter x Hunter. If a murder clown, a gym bro, and the concept of questionable intentions had a threesome, Hisoka would crawl out 9 months later with a deck of cards and a disturbing smirk. This man treats fights like foreplay and sees preteens like power-up. He watches Gon and Killua like he's scouting for his next Tinder match, and the worst part? He makes no attempt to hide it. He's not just a predator, he's a flamboyant predator with stage presence. His aura screams, I'm on a watch list. And every time he shows up, you're not sure if he's going to flirt, kill, or both. He goes toe-to-toe with literal monsters and still manages to be the most terrifying thing in the room. His fighting style? Graceful. His intentions? Terrifying. His existence? A mistake. He'll be in the middle of a fight, organs busted, blood everywhere, and you think he's down for the count? But nope, he just giggles, licks his lips, and says something like, "This is getting me excited tilde. Excuse me, sir, this is a public arena. Please stop being horny for combat." And let's not forget bungee gum. He reminds us every 5 minutes that it has the properties of both rubber and gum. That's not just a catchphrase. It's a cry for help. This man is a PSA against letting clowns join fighting tournaments, and yet anime Twitter still thirsts. Please stop. Seek help. We cannot let this man live rent-free in our heads. Up next on number 9, we have Tsukasa Shishio from Dr. Stone. Tsukasa didn't just wake up and choose violence. He woke up, punched a lion to death, and said, "Yeah, I'm the god of this new world now." This man is built like a Greek statue and acts like an anime Thanos, except instead of a snap, he just commits stone-cold murder with his fist. The moment he saw the revival of civilization, he went, you know what this needs? A cleansing purge of anyone over the age of 30. He claims he wants to create a world for the pure and uncorrupted youth, but in reality, he's just a shirtless philosopher with a caveman murder complex. Man's first instinct after waking from petrification is to go full dictator mode. This dude treats anyone with a college degree like they kicked his puppy. He'll see a scientist building a toaster and immediately scream, "You are the cancer of society," then punt them into orbit, and don't even try talking about compromise. He'll just say something cryptic like, "The young shall inherit the earth," and then proceed to uppercut you into the next season. Also, the way he strolls through forests barefoot while carrying a massive spear like it's a broom? Yeah, that's not Messiah energy. That's cult leader behavior. He sees science as a threat and thinks books are government propaganda. Bro, calm down. You could have started a gym franchise. Instead, you're out here bulldozing statues and ranting like a YouTube conspiracy theorist. Number 8, Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. Ah yes, the queen of pink-haired psychosis. Yuno doesn't love Yuki. She obsesses over him with the dedication of a Reddit mod during a flame war. She breaks into his house, tracks his every move, and maintains a kill list longer than your anime backlog. Yuno doesn't do boundaries. Yuno doesn't do sanity. Yuno does murder-suicide pacts and glitter crafts. She's sweet one moment, and then she's stuffing a corpse into a locker the next. You think she's just overprotective, but no. She is a full-blown horror movie masquerading as waifu material. And somehow, that's what makes her more dangerous. She smiles while setting your world on fire. Let her cook? Bro, she's cooking your soul. You'll be watching Future Diary, and there's a moment where you think, hey, maybe she's not that bad, and then bam, she's got a knife to someone's throat, casually threatening a child, and planning to lock Yuki in a love dungeon. And don't even get me started on how she handles competition. Someone looks at Yuki for more than 3 seconds, Yuno's already Googling their address, blood type, and next of kin. This isn't a love story. This is Stockholm Syndrome with a pink bow and a kill count. On number 7, Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Ah yes, the reason trust issues exist in the anime community. Sho Tucker isn't just unhinged, he's morally bankrupt, spiritually decayed, and emotionally allergic to being a decent human being. When anime fans say this man deserves no redemption arc, they're talking about this guy. Dolhee. This walking war crime in a lab coat fused his daughter with a dog. Let that sink in. He took his own flesh and blood and his pet and played mad scientist for clout, all because he didn't want to lose his research grant. Bro couldn't invent a better shampoo formula, so he decided to play God with his family. And the kicker? He smiles while doing it, like he's giving a TED talk on alchemical ethics. See, this is the culmination of my genius. No sir, that is the culmination of your villain origin story, and you need to be drop-kicked into the sun. Even anime villains were like, nah bro, you went too far. Scar literally looked at him like, I kill people, but you're disgusting. When a dude with tattoos that scream, I commit homicide recreationally, says you need to chill, it's time to reevaluate. Jut. He's not even a main villain. He shows up for 5 minutes and traumatizes an entire generation. That's power. That's evil. That's why this man should never be allowed to have pets, children, or access to a lab coat. On number 6, we have Dazai Osamu from Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh, you thought Unhinged had to be loud? Let me introduce you to chaotic suicidal swag incarnate. Dazai isn't just eccentric. He's a walking mental health crisis, with a death wish, a trench coat, and a flirty smirk. This man tries to off himself as a hobby. He turns every conversation into an opportunity to ask someone if they'll double suicide with him. And somehow, still manages to have fangirl. What is wrong with y'all? You can't take him seriously because 1 minute he's solving a murder mystery, and the next he's diving into a river with a brick tied to his ankle like it's a Tuesday. He makes existential dread look cool, and that's terrifying. And don't let the goofiness fool you. Dazai used to be part of the mafia. Not just any mafia. He was the guy everyone feared. The don't mess with him unless you want your organs alphabetized kind of fear. And now, he's just casually strolling into danger like, ooh, death, come here, Batilde. Imagine Sherlock Holmes if he was drunk, suicidal, and had zero chill. That's Dazai. This man would flirt with the Grim Reaper and then critique their fashion sense. He is unhinged. He is brilliant. He is terrifying. And somehow, he's also the comic relief. Up next, number 5, we have Johann Liebert from Monster. Now we're getting real. No more yandere or meme lords. Johann isn't quirky. Johann is cold, calculated evil dressed like a Calvin Klein model. He doesn't need to scream or rage. He whispers, he smiles, and he ruins lives. Tet D. This man can walk into a room and convince a stranger to end their own life in under 2 minutes. That's not just unhinged. That's Satan with a psychology degree. Also, Gumini. He's the kind of villain who doesn't dirty his hands. He just nudges people off the edge and lets their own despair do the work. Serial killers, cult leaders, broken families. Johann touches their minds like an artist painting in trauma. The creepiest part? He has no motive. He's not doing it for revenge or money. He does it because he can, because he wants to see the world burn, one soul at a time, and he does it all with that calm, beautiful face. It's like if Hannibal Lecter and Light Yagami had a kid and raised him on true crime documentary. He doesn't belong in prison. He belongs in a lead box at the bottom of the ocean. On number 4, Lucy, or Kai, from Elfenlied. What happens when you give a cute anime girl invisible telekinetic arms and a childhood trauma resume longer than a One-Piece recap? You get Lucy, aka Kide, aka Elfenlied's pink-haired genocide machine. Lucy doesn't just snap, she lives snap. She's got about 2 settings. Sad girl with amnesia who says NYU, and literal weapon of mass destruction who dismembers people like she's playing Fruit Ninja. This girl got bullied as a kid and now operates with a murder-to-emotion ratio of 1:1. You make her cry? That's your spine now. Hope you didn't need that. Her opening scene is her walking naked out of a military lab, calmly decapitating guards with her invisible death hands like she's late for brunch. The sheer casualness of her violence is what's scary. She doesn't rage, she just vibes, while slaughtering entire squads. You'll blink, and next thing you know, your head's flying off your body in 1080p. And the worst part? You kind of feel bad for her? Which makes it worse, because then she kills a puppy and 10 people and you remember, oh right, she's the problem. Lucy is what happens when trauma isn't processed. It's weaponized, and she makes 0 apologies. A therapist would resign mid-session, a priest would tap out. You don't treat Lucy. You avoid eye contact and pray she doesn't sneeze in your direction. Number 3, Takasugi Shinsuke from Gintama. Takasugi is the kind of guy who walks into a room drenched in drip and nihilism and says, the world is trash and I want to burn it down, and then does. He's not just unhinged, he's aesthetic about it. Imagine if emo poetry came to life, learned swordsmanship, and had a grudge the size of Jupiter. That's Takasugi. He went from disillusioned war vet to chaotic antagonist with main character eyeliner. This man shows up with a pipe in one hand and a vendetta in the other. He doesn't just hate the government, he wants to delete the entire system. Gintama may be a comedy, but every time Takasugi enters the scene, the atmosphere drops 10 degrees. He doesn't monologue, he threatens you in haiku. He's the type to set an entire building on fire just because the wallpaper annoyed him. And when he fights, it's not just personal, it's operatic. Every slash of his sword feels like a diss track to society. You can tell he's insane by how calm he is. Like, this dude will watch mass destruction unfold while sipping tea and saying, "Good, bro, therapy is right there." And Jintoki, our lovable, lazy protagonist, is the only one keeping him from going full apocalypse. But deep down, you know if Takasugi ever wins, it's game over, and he'll look good doing it. Number 2. Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen. Mahito isn't just unhinged, he's maliciously whimsical. This man commits atrocities like he's skipping through a sunflower field. He's the human embodiment of, what if a Tumblr troll gained godlike power? He sees humans as toys, literal clay for him to reshape, torment, and discard. He plays with souls like a cat with a mouse, and smiles the entire time. Mahito doesn't kill because he has to. He kills because he feels like it. You think he's gonna give some tragic backstory? Nope. He's just evil for the vibes. He giggles mid-massacre, he taunts his victim, and he learns from his kill. Every fight makes him stronger, more grotesque, more horrifying. He's like a Pokemon evolution of sociopathy. Ha! And the way he talks? Smug. Like, capital S smug. He's that guy who pauses mid-battle to explain why your pain is funny to him. He treats suffering like it's an art project. There's no method to his madness. He is the method. The man is chaos in skinny jeans. He takes glee in every scream, every transformation, every single ounce of agony he inflicts. And the worst part? He keeps coming back, like Mole, or a bad ex. Guy. He's not a villain you root for. He's the villain you want launched into the sun with zero redemption arc. And finally, on number 1, Light Yagami from Death Note. Here he is, the king of god complexes, the CEO of morally bankrupt Genius Energy, the guy who saw one notebook and said, "Time to become God." Light Yagami is not just unhinged. He's Excel spreadsheet calculated psychopathy with great hair. Let's get something straight. Light didn't trip into villainy. He swan dived into it with Olympic form. The moment he realized the Death Note worked, he looked around like, I wonder if I should use this responsibly, and then immediately went, nah, time to kill everyone who jaywalks. He didn't just lose his way, he burned the moral compass and used the ashes as eyeliner. And the worst part? He actually believes he's doing the right thing. Like, he looks you dead in the eye while committing mass murder and goes, "I'm building a better world, bro. You just exploded a man's heart over a parking ticket." Light starts as a smart, bored teenager, but within, 5 episodes, he's orchestrating deaths like he's composing a symphony of suffering. He's 10 steps ahead of everyone and 12 feet up his own ego. You'd think he'd chill once he started getting hunted by the world's greatest detective, but no, he uses that pressure to get even more extra. Ego. You know you're unhinged when you write in your murder diary with a potato chip. This man dramatized a snack break. He made eating junk food look like the climax of a Shakespearean tragedy. And the way he gaslights and manipulates people? Oscar-worthy. He convinces his own girlfriend to die for him and still treats her like a disposable pawn. This dude would play chess with human lives and still complain that the pawns are inefficient. Light is proof that intelligence without empathy is just cold-blooded evil wearing a school uniform. He didn't just snap. He planned the snap 6 weeks in advance and put it on Google Calendar. And there you have it. 10 anime characters who should have been banned from society before the OP even played. These aren't your garden variety weirdos. These are the kind of unhinged that make therapists quit their jobs and run off into the mountains. From clowns with murder kinks to warlords with gym memberships, suicidal detectives, and literal soul destroyers. This list proves one thing. Anime writers need a wellness check. Because who thinks of this stuff? So what have we learned today? Never trust a pink-haired girl who says NYU. Never eat chips near a narcissist. And if someone says they want to create a better world, run. Did your favorite psychopath make the list? Did we forget someone who makes these 10 look like preschoolers? Let us know in the comments before they find out we said their name. Seriously, don't at them. Smash that like button like Mahito smashes souls. Subscribe for more unhinged chaos. And turn on those notifications so you never miss another breakdown of anime's most questionable resident. Until next time, Stay safe, stay sane, and remember, just because they look cute doesn't mean they're not ready to destroy the universe with a smile. Meme drop montage. Certified menace to society. Some men just want to watch the world burn. Therapy? Never heard of her.